For decades, we operated on a simple assumption about the future. Robots and algorithms would take over the heavy, manual tasks, but the act of creative thinking would remain a unique, protected domain of our species. Then the tools caught up. Almost overnight, generative systems began producing competent poetry, photorealistic images, and functional software code with a single click. This triggered an immediate, widespread anxiety. If an algorithm can output a finished marketing campaign or a high-level painting in seconds, it feels as though human ingenuity has been bypassed entirely. Research institutions like MIT and Stanford are documenting a different trajectory. Their findings suggest that the technology is acting as a catalyst for collaboration, where people and algorithms function as partners. This shift reorients the role of the creator. When the mechanical steps of production are automated, the work moves upstream, away from manual execution and toward high-level problem-solving and conceptual vision. This partnership relies on a specific division of labor. By analyzing massive datasets, machines combine existing patterns to generate a high volume of incremental ideas. This new shorthand allows creators to instantly bypass the blank page stage, testing dozens of variations. As the software handles the drafting, the human moves away from being a manual producer. The job description is becoming more like that of a creative director. Humans still provide the elements AI cannot replicate: radical originality, ethical reasoning, and cultural context. We determine whether an idea actually carries emotional weight or solves a real-world problem. When raw content becomes cheap and abundant, human taste and judgment become the scarce, valuable resources. The machine provides the options, the person provides the intent. Collaborative teams are already outperforming individuals, but the data shows the disadvantage only holds when the responsibilities are divided with intention. Metacognition is the ability to actively evaluate and refine machine outputs. You must work against initial suggestions to find something distinctive, but passive acceptance creates a shortcut. Without checking the AI, idea diversity collapses, and creators converge on the same predictable averages. High-level creators use these systems as tools for thought. They use the speed of the algorithm to stress-test their own ideas and probe different viewpoints they might have overlooked. Successful co-creation depends on this intellectual friction. The algorithm generates the volume, but the human remains the authoritative editor in the loop. Because of this shift, schools and workplaces are facing a massive redesign. The focus is moving away from the acquisition of specific technical skills and toward critical thinking and adaptability. There are systemic risks to this transition. Global organizations like UNESCO are monitoring how a reliance on identical models might create cultural conformity and impact the economic security of traditional artists. Protecting this ecosystem requires new rules. We need systems for fair attribution, updated intellectual property laws, and a deliberate focus on preserving diverse cultural representations in the datasets we use. The significance of a work of art is tied directly to the human experience behind it, the specific struggle and emotional intent of its maker. A machine can render the visual of a sunset, but it has never felt the passage of time. The future of creativity is built on this partnership. By using intelligent tools to handle the routine parts of the process, we expand the boundaries of our own imagination.